Hello, everybody. So, we are going to be doing some of the Mad Angel that just came out today. It is a mid-level boss, fairly easy. If you have your fire cape, you'll have absolutely no problem. Even if you are an Iron Man, this is a great boss to be doing. Or if you're getting into PVM, also a great boss to be doing as well. All you need to be doing is finish I believe it's called the Final Dawn. And once you finish that quest, that allows you to get onto the new island, Worm's Crag or Worm's Crag. Then Worm's Crag. Then you can teleport using a necklace of passage. There is a bank chest there that you should have built right after the quest. You don't necessarily need to be on a certain spellbook for this. I'm just using Archaeus spellbook for Thralls and Death Charge, that sort of thing. If you have something like Blood Moon, if you have something that is a crush weapon, that is going to be the most beneficial here. Even if you only have an Osmumpton's Fang, that's perfectly fine too for a few KCs, but you'll really want your best crush weapons. You'll see a lot of people coming in and out with granite hammers. This is a golem boss as well, so the granite hammer is going to be doing its golem bane effect. It is great for getting some very fast KC. However, it's currently around 10 mil. This is obviously the day that it just came out, so it is rising in price like crazy. But even if you just have something like Blue Moon, or Blood Moon, like that mobile player is wearing, then you will be all set and ready to go for this boss. You're actually going to be doing a lot of guaranteed damage, so even if you're an Iron Man that is worried about, oh, am I going to be getting a lot of KCs here? Is it going to be fairly difficult? Well, this boss actually drops noted super combats, so even if you are a UIM, this boss is going to be great for you to be doing. Okay? Awesome. So, that being said, you don't have to bring Soul Reaper Axe and full Oath Plate. You're just going to be seeing some very quick kills here, and we're going to be going through some kills at the end. There are 3 things to consider when we're getting inside of the room, and I'm going to explain those as we go. I'm going to pre-pot quickly and grab some more food. Bring whatever food that you want to, doesn't really matter. Don't really need to bring anything specific. You can bring a surge pot if you have them. If not, that's great too. Spec weapon, you don't need a spec weapon. However, just bring whatever you're comfortable with, whether or not that's a damage weapon like a Void Waker, or something like a Dragon Warhammer, Elder Maul, BGS. Those are all going to be great as well. The boss has, I believe, around 175 defense, so you will find yourself getting some quicker kills if you are using a defense reducing spec. However, something like Dragon Claw is perfectly fine too. Got it? Cool. There are 3 special attacks during this boss. During this boss, all you have to do is pray protect from melee. However, there is one special attack that we're going to go over first that is called the lightning attack or the magic base attack. This is signaled by the Mad Angel glowing blue, and she'll have this little swelling sound that sounds like she's charging up, because she is. And you'll want to switch from protect from melee to protect from magic as soon as you see her wings fully open. You have a very small window to be able to throw this on, and it will actually still damage you slightly if you threw it on a little bit too early. So if you see yourself still taking damage, you have not completely dodged that attack. However, if you do completely dodge it, you will actually guarantee a max hit and completely negate the damage. All combat styles can hit, so even if your BGS is on slash, it will still hit a max hit. And something that's a multi-splat, like a scythe, is only going to guarantee the max hit on the first hit splat. Got it? So we're going to practice that one when we get in there. You're going to see that one. But it is a little bit tricky to get down. The protect from magic will be probably something that damages you quite consistently until you've learned it. When she goes into her enrage phase, she will do 3 of these in a row. The first one will be a regular speed that you're used to. The normal one will come a little bit right after it. She's already sort of supercharged, and the third one is her supercharged one, and that one will come almost immediately after the second one. We're going to watch that as well to be able to practice that. And about 20 or 30 KC in, you should be fairly familiar enough with this boss to be able to be fairly confident with learning that in the future, even if you haven't fully grasped the Protect from Magic. Okay? So don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to learn. This is a mid-level boss who's not going to kill you immediately. So do be aware that this is something for practicing mechanics for the future. You will need something like this for the future. Awesome. There is a little way of cheesing it. It's called one-tick prayer flicking. And every 0.6 seconds, which is one game tick, you can do that as well. We're not going to be doing that just so that I can show you the actual protect from melee and protect from magic. But other than that, you should be able to cheese it, even if you want to. The second one that we have to worry about is an AOE attack. And this is going to have a ground shadow that is much like the raids ground shadows. You need a pickaxe. There's one in the mine, down in the caverns, near the lead rocks. Should be iron pickaxe. So this is day one, so a lot of people are confused a little bit about this quest and boss. Did he just logged? Okay, well that works too. So the second one is an AOE attack that has a ground shadow, a little bit like raids. Now, this is going to have a yellow ball that's launched in the air. Don't worry about the yellow ball, but worry about that ground shadow. Whatever you're doing, even if you're hitting the boss or eating food, don't worry about that and go step on that ground shadow, even if it's all the way across the room. You're not going to be able to hit the boss the first time that she throws out the first ball. She's going to throw out 3 in total. But the first one, just go stand on that tile wherever it is, and you'll be able to avoid the damage. Now, when you avoid this damage by stepping on that shadow, it is going to do some guaranteed damage by reflecting that ball right back to the Mad Angel. Got it? So it is very important, very imperative that you go step on that ground shadow and stop what you're doing. Now, for the second and third one, she's actually going to chase you across the room. So you can actually hit the boss as soon as you see your true tile, step onto that shadow. And you're going to see me do that as well. Easier said than done. But the first one, don't worry about hitting the boss. Just go step on that. Oh, there he is. Perfect. He did go get it. So we're going to dodge those shadow tiles. And the second and third one, she will be chasing you across the room. You can hit the boss during this time. And you'll actually be doing some guaranteed reflect damage as well. So even if you're hitting zeros on the boss, don't worry about that, because just by standing on the ground shadows alone, you're going to be doing some guaranteed damage. Someone's being a silly goose. So, last but not least, we've got one more thing to consider. Our third special attack. It is a sweeping AoE that is a little bit like some of the mechanics at the new Drakon boss during the Blood Moon, or the new Blood Moon Rises quest. This is a sweeping AoE that's going to cover the room, except for a certain side and behind her. So as you're learning this, feel free to go directly behind the Mad Angel. If you're standing on this center tile right here, you can actually go directly behind and just click on the boss. She's going to have her sword raised up, and she will continue looking this way as you're hitting her until she does her sweep, so you'll be perfectly fine. However, if you go to the side that her wings are covering, and you will see her either have her left side open or her right side open with her sword about to swing out, but one of her sides, she's going to be covering her body with her wings. You want to stand on that side and hit the boss. You're going to be seeing me standing on the sides rather than going directly behind. Now, when you dodge to the side and do so correctly, you actually set your minimum hit to 50% of your maximum hit, which is very strong. You're going to be doing quite a lot of guaranteed damage during this boss if you are doing all of the mechanics correctly. It is trying to reward you for learning the boss correctly and for doing these mechanics correctly. So don't be afraid to be learning them. Fail, learn, understand them, and try to get a little bit better at them. And over time, over 10, 15, 20 KC, you'll be getting it down. Got it? Got it. So, we're going to do a few example KC here. I'm going to use my Divine. We're going to climb the pew, and we're going to turn on Protect from Melee. I'm going to throw out Thrall, and she's already hitting us. This is the magic attack, so as soon as you see the wings fully open, not starting to charge up, not sort of fully, almost fully open, but as the wings are completely fully open, just quickly turn on Protect from Magic. There's that ground shadow. Luckily, it's right next to the boss still, so I can keep hitting the boss. But if these are across the room, she would be chasing me, just like that. She's got the Enrage phase, which she will have a little ellipsis. That's what that's called. And that's her wing side. This is much easier to see during the Enrage phase, which is actually much faster than normal. All of her specials will be much faster. But you can see, oop, she swapped sides on me there. You can see that each time you do one of these mechanics, there we go, you will actually be rewarded for doing things correctly in the form of guaranteed damage. This reduces your fight duration, which means that you can be getting more kills in and saving supplies as well, right? So that's why people try to be quick when they are doing PVM, because the quicker that you are, the more drops that you can get, and the faster that you can get cool things like this cool sword that she's using or the pet. So notice she didn't follow me there, and I just stopped hitting the boss. But I can red click as soon as I step on the shadows there and click on the boss. And that's only for the second one and the third one. Now we could use our BGS here for a little guaranteed damage, right? Because we know that our minimum hit is going to be 50% of our max when we're on this wing side, right? And so you can actually use that to your advantage, especially with something like a BGS or a Dragon Warhammer. It's quite nice. So now we can step on these tiles and immediately click on the boss. Don't forget the death charge. Oops. Awesome. Should be fairly easy for most people to get down. If you are struggling with it, don't worry. There's plenty more KC that you can be doing to be getting this down, right? We're going to go through another example KC or two. But other than that, you should be all set to go on your own, out into the wild, to be able to fight the Mad Angel yourself. Obviously, this is day one, so this is all subject to change. And it might even have a few things that are bugged about it as well that might be fixed in the future. So as soon as her wings open like that, and you can practice the timing of that as well throughout the KCs. Right? Easy boss. Fun boss. Good to learn. Good mechanics for the future as well, because these are all mechanics that you're going to be using at different places in your PVM career. I try to also make sure that the boss is not necessarily right next to the wall, because when she does her sweeping AoE, you can't necessarily run to the other side. Alright, so we stay there. And now she's going to chase us. Alright, and in rage phase, so we're going to see which side her wings are on. And she might swap, so you do have to sort of pay attention. Oops. I'm on the wrong side there. You will have to pay attention to what side her wings are on, because she might switch. And it will be a little fast as well. So, especially during the enrage phase, I feel like, wow, my reaction times aren't quick enough. Don't worry about it. That will come over time as well. You'll get this down. It will actually start to be easier and easier the more and more that you're doing it. Right? Awesome. I hope that helped a little bit for either the quest version or the post-quest version, but you should be all set to be getting your own pet or your own brand new cleaving sword if you're an Iron Man as well. So, hope that helps and enjoy.